Our first bite at the NBA schedule is here. Season tips off in exactly 70 days from today.
What it do, Skip Arena? It's your boy, How to Skip. Opening night revealed OKC, 76ers, and Spurs have something improved, plus Nugget declining on NBA Today by ESPN. Let's lock in and get right into it.
The Knicks will raise their banner at MSG, but that's not the first game on the NBA slate. Take the day off from work if you live in Detroit. The NBA season will officially start with the Celtics at Pistons on October 20th at 3 p.m. Eastern. The top two seeds in the East last season. Again, that game tips off at 3. Opening night, now an all-day event on the calendar.
Yo, who else was thinking it was going to be the Warriors and the New York Knicks? That's who I was thinking that's going to start the game. I didn't expect that it was going to be OKC 76ers. Damn, bro.
The marquee game, though, on the slate, the Knicks begin their title defense against LeBron and the Sixers, making his debut for the Sixers at Madison Square Garden at 7 Eastern. In his career, James just 1-8 in his team's season openers when on the road. And finally, the rematch of the Western Conference Finals. Thunder at Spurs, a titanic battle between top two favorites to win the MVP this season, Victor Wembanyama and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And they'll tip off at 9:30 Eastern. All those games on NBC. All right, and welcome inside the studio.
Yo, so you see, we have the vote for welcoming LeBron into the 76ers. But then again, what you feel like the game is going to be like? How many points do you think he's going to drop? Is it going to get along with the players? And is it going to be an enjoyable game that night? Because it is going to be one hell of a game, man. A lot of fans are going to be tuning in. And me, I'm going to tune in. I just want to know from you, what do you think it's going to be like? Because for me, honestly, I didn't expect this move, though. And if you look at my recent upload, I was bouncing him because he's not supposed to be there, for real. I've been saying this for the past, 3 to 4 videos, that LeBron is not supposed to be there. But then again, it is what it is. It happens. It looks like something that's scripted, though, in his favor. He has 4 rings now, obviously. Maybe he's chasing more. But what is it going to be like on the first night, the opening night, the game between the OKC and the 76ers and the Spurs, bro? But let's see what they have. And today we got ESPN showing us what they have for us. And please don't forget to like, subscribe, and drop a comment below what y'all think. Thank you.
I'm George Sedano in for Malika Andrews alongside David Dennis Jr., Chineo Gumake, and Dave McMenamin. All right, we got the slate now, right? Opening night, national television, all the games on Christmas or whatever, right? We've seen it all now. So the reigning champs, let's get back to them. The Knicks opening their season against LeBron and the Sixers. Dave, what do you expect the atmosphere to be like at a...
Oh, so it's 76ers versus Knicks, not 76ers versus Spurs. So this is going to be one hell of a game. You know, with the New York Knicks winning the previous season, we know it's actually going to be competitive, though. Yeah, let's see what they have to say, though.
MSG.
It's going to be like Game 4 of the NBA Finals when they made that incredible comeback, and it was electric within the walls of that arena, the world's best arena, and you have the most intriguing team as their opponent. The Sixers would have been intriguing had they just traded for Jaylen Brown, but you throw in LeBron James, it's going to be must-see TV, and it's going to be where I'm going to be. I'm going to be there for that opening night game.
Can I come with you?
No, please, come on.
Can we just clear my schedule just for that
Yeah,
game?
let's do it.
Wasn't there like a little subplot of if the Knicks didn't win, LeBron potentially could have gone there,
Rich
right?
Paul said it.
So to me, that's even more wild, the fact that this is a team that he could have seen himself on, but instead he's on the Sixers, and I just feel like we're underselling the energy because they're going to have rings for the players. I'm sure that everyone courtside is going to have rings as well.
Yes.
Mariska Hargitay, John Turturro, Zach Joe,
The whole SVU
Ben
crew.
Stiller, the
Yes.
entire crew of SVU has rings.
Man, this is what we're talking about. So it's an arrangement because they feel like Brown is coming to get them more rings. Obviously, that's what y'all are thinking about, man. He coming to get y'all more rings. And, bro, this is why I said it is scripted from the start. Now, if you're with me, y'all can see what I'm saying and what I'm talking about. Because look at it. Look at what she's saying. Yeah, even the courtside people are gonna get rings. The fans are gonna get rings because 76 is a team. They're a ring production team, right? That's what we're doing. So that's what we're doing. He going there for the purpose of the ring. It's a ready-made table. I just want to see what's going to be like. I just want to see what the competition do. Because the ego problem, there is a huge ego problem right here. And every one of you know this. The ego problem isn't fixed yet. Then talk about load management too. But first of all, ego problem. Because now, I've been talking about this, that these dudes, they have kings there already. Maxi, they accepted Maxi. Oh, Maxi is the lead, is the one we pick as okay. But then again, Brunt coming in, what do you think, man? And as the opening night, he's starting out is Debo. Definitely he gonna play from the start. You see, man. You see, that's what's gonna be like. He gonna play from the start, man. And you will see the competition. Now imagine if it was 76ers versus his former team, Lakers. And for a while now, ever since the transfer news, I didn't even hear nothing about the Lakers lately. Then trying to, man, I take it that this man's got potential at, I say influence. That's the only thing I know him for. He has influence. The other things I know him about, man, I don't know.
But to me, this is great. This is how you start the season. You want to see the biggest matchups, and that's it right there. The biggest players and the biggest teams in the most magical arena.
All right, David, what's the best possible matchup for opening night for you?
To me, I mean, yeah, it's that matchup, right? It is the Lakers-Sixers, but also we got to also talk about that Spurs OKC.
Oh,
right?
no doubt.
Like that to me is the definitive rivalry that we're going to have for the next decade probably. Is these young guys are going to be going at each other for the foreseeable future. Right now, no disrespect to the Knicks, I still have them in that top tier with them, but these are the two teams that have the best odds to make it to win the championship, right? And we're talking about like a nasty rivalry. This thing went 7, and we're coming off of this thing talking about Chet.
Wemby cried when he won.
Wemby cried when he won, but
Yeah.
look at what we're talking about with OKC. Yeah. Chet got his lunch money taken. Everybody's talking about how he was in the offseason. J-Dub and the idea that, hey, he's not healthy. The OKC would have won that series. I want opening night. I want 7 games in the playoffs. I want a midseason tournament. I don't know if we can add another game. Like, Blake can play 15 times. I want as many of these games as we possibly can.
Yeah. Here. I mean, listen, also, let's talk about the Sixers Knicks, though, for a second. It's banner night, right?
Right.
Too. I mean, like, this 53 years, they've been waiting to see that. So we get to see that go up. And the last 2 times LeBron was in the building when a team raised the banner, the Nuggets and the Warriors, 10-point losses. So he has something to try to reverse that.
And if we're speaking about, Madison Square Garden, the cheapest ticket right now for ring night, banner night, is $2,000. We're already in playoff form on game 1 of 82.
No, that's what. They're saying they want more games in the playoffs. They want more games. And now they're talking about it's going to be interesting, whatever. But look at the question. Is 76ers versus Knicks the best possible matchup for opening night? Yeah, of course, Knicks will raise the championship banner after winning first title since 1973, man. Yeah, of course, man. They got to be proud of themselves. I mean, the whole crazy of New York City, when it was crazy. They went crazy, man. Even the mayor, they celebrated the win. That's how you see how a team who loves the players, who players won. There isn't no ego problem in the Knicks, man. They played as one, bro. The support, the cheers, the champ, everything was going smoothly. I don't know if that shit's gonna happen with the 76ers yet, because I didn't see that shit happening in the Lakers. We had just quite a bunch of few dudes supporting the Lakers back then, not all of them. It was just because of Brown. It wasn't because of the team chemistry, man.
$2,000.
So you coming, you buying the ticket, or you get a credential?
So I might need to find that credential.
We should go buy the
we can
ticket.
I'm
work
not
on
gonna
that.
buy that
Yeah,
ticket.
okay.
But yeah, it just tells you everything, that this is the place to be. And I just can't see a better way to start the season than that. Like, hello, we are back.
And we're talking about those Knicks fans. Like, of course, it's been a celebration. And the Knicks, the one thing you know about New York, they know how to find a chip on their shoulder, right? And as much as they're celebrating, they know that everybody in this offseason has been talking about the other teams, the other moves. Philadelphia has snatched all of these headlines. LeBron is there. Jaylen Brown is there. Now the Knicks are like, hey, wait, don't forget about us. This was not a one-off. Yes, this was a drought that we ended. Everybody's happy. We want another one. We are New York. The fans are going to be feeling that. The Knicks are going to take that crown back and say, we have a reason that you're talking about us.
Who's most likely, in your opinion, to hoist the championship trophy this coming season?
Oh, wow. So I'm not ready.
And this is a good question. Who's most likely to host the championship trophy this coming season. Yo, drop in the comment below who's most likely to host the championship this coming season. Because we got a bunch of picks though. I don't want to mention what my picks are, because if I do, you're gonna come for me. But I'm not gonna say none. But if you guess, you can drop in the comments. I'll be reading them all. Because this seems like each and every one of us becoming sentimental though. But then again, it is what it is. And y'all shouldn't just forget about the New York Knicks so sorry, man. Don't just forget about it. Them just dumped there in the corner, bro. They won. Everyone's talking about Philly. It seems like everyone's forgetting about Knicks. Bro, they won and they deserve the credit, man. And for real, we all know that in the finals, Wemby carried. Honestly, I thought it was Wemby that's going to win, though. But then again, it is what it is. We finally had to accept now. All of y'all just, okay, the New York's won. We just keep them on the side. But then again, don't forget they're going to wave in the banner on the opening night. Y'all should cry.
Ready to say it's going to be any of those teams.
Oh, okay.
I'm just not ready.
Okay.
Like, would we have all said the Knicks last year in August?
No, I don't believe.
Probably not, right? Until they caught fire in the playoffs. So I'm open for another team emerging, but I do think all three teams on the right are the championship tier. They're the prohibitive favorites on the three teams on the right.
The Spurs.
2027 NBA title odds by DraftKings. The Spurs are number 1. Thunder, OKC, 76ers, Knicks, Celtics, Cavaliers, Raptors, Timberwolves, Pistons. Yo, we got Nuggets on the bottom. Nuggets should have been the third though, or Pistons. What the hell? And Knicks supposed to be number 1. They just won though. Damn.
And Thunder have the shortest odds to win the 2027 NBA title at plus
What are you talking about?
270. And the last time there were two teams tied for the shortest title odds to start the season was the 22-23 season with the reigning conference champion Celtics and Warriors. Chene, real quick, any thoughts on the question I asked, Dave?
You know, I think the most interesting stat is that we've had a different champion for 8 seasons straight.
Right.
So even though teams want to get back to the mountaintop, that path is so much harder. If you look at the Eastern Conference, yeah, you feel good if you're the Knicks when you won, but then a few months later or a few weeks later, now you're looking at Toronto and Kawhi pending. Now you're looking at Miami and, you know, Giannis heading down there. Now you're looking at Philly. Most obviously, you'll get a good look at them on opening night. But then we haven't talked about the Detroit Pistons. Didn't they finish last year with the best record?
60-plus wins, right?
In the Eastern Conference, they're also one of those teams that are flying under the radar. I don't know why. I just have been following the chemistry building. The San Antonio Spurs, I think they're going to be motivated from falling short, okay?
Yeah.
So I like how they're together in France and all those types of things. So I look at the Spurs like maybe they can do it.
All right, let me ask you, Dave.
The Spurs. Maybe they can do it. Yeah, maybe they can do it. Yeah, with Wemby carrying it. Yeah, I think they can do it with Wemby carrying though, because you know he's gonna be so motivated. I mean, he's gonna be motivated from the loss, of course, man. If he's gonna do the opening night, he's gonna be motivated by his loss, and he's gonna come with all the smoke. For a while, I just avoided going to check on Wemby, what he's doing lately, but I know that man has been in the gym, locked in. He's been locked in. Man, he's coming with all the smoke, though. I don't know what y'all expecting, but then again, we all know he's coming with all the smoke. He's coming with all the smoke and for all the smoke, and it's gonna be crazy. This season, what y'all expecting? Drop in the comments.
You mentioned you'll be at the Knicks game. How about that matinee that we got, Detroit and Boston?
It's the first time in league history.
Yeah.
There's going to be 3 nationally televised games on opening night in a lockout shortened season.
Right.
And I've talked to people around the league today, and they're like, we could sense the excitement for the NBA right now, so let's experiment with this thing.
Let's do it.
And they talked with executives at NBC, and it was kind of a joint decision that this is something we can turn into a celebration of the game. It's already a marquee moment for the league. Let's see if we can enhance it and turn it into a major showcase. Maybe down the line this becomes a tradition for NBA fans. And listen, it's not that abnormal to see sporting events during the daytime
Baseball
in
does it all the
America.
time.
Baseball, the NHL season tipped off at 5 p.m. or whatever, pucked off.
Got the puck.
There you go. And then also added bonus, hey, it's an international game. 3 p.m. Eastern is primetime viewing in Europe.
That's a great point, for sure.
3 p.m. Eastern is also primetime viewing in America for NBA content.
Fair enough, too. Hey, listen, noon Pacific, I'll take it. That's
3 p.m. Eastern. Man, I gotta target my time then, posting then. But then again, there's gonna be a lot of traffic, loads of traffic for the NBA. And man, that shit gonna be crazy though. Everyone tuning in from around the world. I hope you're ready for the impact coming in. I hope you're ready for the smoke. Please, y'all should have come for me, bro. What we're about to see next and what I'm gonna say determines what I'm gonna say next. But please, y'all should have come for me.
That's just the start. On the following night, we have a monster doubleheader to tip off ESPN's calendar.
We got the Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards, Giannis Antetokounmpo. We got Curry and Luka of the Lakers. What is going to be like? Wait. All these games happening on the opening night? Damn, how many games are happening on the opening nights?
We got our very first look at the reshaped rosters for the Wolves and Heat, followed by Steph and the Warriors taking on the Lakers. That first game features the debut of some new teammates, Giannis and Bam against LaMelo and Ant. Chene, which new duo are you most excited to see?
Give me South Beach. Give me Miami, because the front court combines for potentially, 60 points per game and 25 rebounds per game on 60% shooting, which is wild. Keep an eye, though, on their guards, because they are losing Tyler Hero, who is a three-point shooter. They lost Norm Powell, who was an all-star, led them and made threes. So there will be a lot of shots to be had based off of that front court prowess in the paint. Hopefully the guys will knock down shots so that they can actually start rolling.
And do LaMelo and Bam still have beef? We'll find out. Luka and Austin Reeves have the keys in L.A. now that LeBron is gone. So, Dave, how are the Lakers feeling about their roster in the post-LeBron era?
Of course, Luka and Lakers are going to be feeling so good now. Forget all the glazing they was glazing Brown, man. Austin Reeves, he carried. Luka carried. With the whole divorce thing going on, man, Luka's been in his prime. He's been back in his prime. And then again, if you all agree with me, it was much more of a glazing situation they have with Braun. Now, with Braun gone, they will have time and freedom to express themselves more. Don't y'all think so? Drop in the comments if you think so. Because, yeah, LeBron's era against Warriors and Steph Curry, y'all shouldn't forget what it's going to be like. The reason why he signed two-year extension back in 2024 till 2026, now he's on a 2-year contract to the Philly. We all know what it's going for, and we all know what's going to happen. Maybe the tables could turn this time around. The Lakers could be the ones training. What do you think?
George, I know Luka's been on the team for a year and a half, but this is going to be the start of the Luka Doncic era in Los Angeles. This roster was retrofit around his skill set, his needs, his wants, starting with Walker Kessler, obviously, in the middle. They were able to retain Austin Reeves, and they got a bunch of new role players. All 5 starters that played in the opening round against the Houston Rockets for the Lakers are now gone. It's going to be a very different team with Luka Doncic at the middle.
ESPN has another doubleheader on Thursday. The next day, on the 22nd, it's the Cavs, and they'll be in Philly for LeBron and the Sixers home opener at 7 Eastern, followed by Denver in OKC against the Thunder. So the Joker and Shai. For a while, it seemed like LeBron was going to return to Cleveland. So DDJ, when they go into Philly and face off, we'll have more motivation that particular.
Yeah, let's not forget, we got Bronny and Lakers, though. Maybe it's Bronny's time to shine, though. I just hope I just hope that they're going to make good use of him now, you know? With Bronny there, his dad out there, Bronny's going to have time to express himself more too, alongside Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic. If that's what you think, drop in the comments, because I feel like that's what's going to happen now. But I just pray and I hope they use Bronny to his full potential. Man, just before the league ended, he was improving. He showed signs, man. And if you go check his practice, he's what's been in the gym lately, man, he's been locked in, man. I feel like it is time to express himself. It is time for his own debut. Yeah, but then again, you know, Luka could be the one carrying. But I just hope with the new players and everyone, the Lakers still, maybe they could still do numbers though.
Particular night.
It's got to be Cleveland. Last time we saw them, everybody was saying that they quit against the Knicks. Then you have an offseason where you feel like you're in pole position for LeBron James, and he chose Philadelphia over going back home to end his career. You show up and say, we're the team better than what we showed everybody at the end of that conference finals, and we can still win without LeBron James. This is for Cleveland to reestablish themselves as being the second best team, at least in the East.
As for the Nuggets and Thunder, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Nikola Jokic have combined to win 5 of the last 6 MVP awards. And over that span, they've split their 18 regular season meetings exactly down the middle, 9 and 9. SGA averaging just under 27 points per game, and Jokic nearly averaging a 23-point triple-double.
We all know this too. I made a video back then. I was actually thinking it was Jokic that was going to win the MVP, and then they gave it to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. But then again, you know, there's something. Say SGA mastered the art of his, his trick he uses. That we're always saying is foul baiting. Oh, but then again, it is own art, man. Everyone has their own spectacular art. He created his, and he mastered his art. And I like that for him, though. SGA mastered the art of foul baiting. And, you know, he just do it in the way that they always got to fall for it. They always have to fall for it, man. They always have to. You just have to fall for it, man. And look at the stats, man. Him and Nikola Jokic, they both have some shit in common. The points almost together, and they've shared one five last 6 MVP awards. It's just like, oh, this year I win, next year you win. This is how it's been going, and it's been really competitive between these two. And I like it, though. I like it. Yeah.
All right. A year ago at this point, we were looking at Denver as the biggest threat to the Oklahoma City Thunder in the West. So, DDJ, how close is Denver to the top of the West right now?
They're a lot further from the top of the West than they were at the beginning of last season. Like, we've got to think about this team as it was OKC trying to, repeat, and Denver being the team that was right there. Since then, they lost in that first round. Jokic played the worst series probably of his career against Rudy Gobert, and they lost against a Minnesota Timberwolves team that had nobody in their front court, in their back court as starters. This team has a lot to gain. Some of these contracts, the Christian Brown contract, they're going to lose Peyton Watson, it looks like. This looks like a worse version of this Nuggets team than we had last year, and Jokic is going to have to carry even more of a load for them to be competitors this season.
While competing internationally, Jokic did an interview in his native language, and he intimated that he would be signing an extension with the Nuggets next summer. But the fact of the matter is he did not sign with them this summer. And so this is a paramount season for them to prove as an organization that you can still be the best player in the world and have a chance to contend for a championship. If they have a season where they go off the rails or they don't appear to be one of the best teams in the West, he can make money a lot of places, right? It has to make him recalculate things if they don't get back to the level they were 3 years ago when they won the chip.
Yeah.
Nah, for real, Jokic has potential. But then again, man's agent, man. He love horses. Man, that's my man, though, but man's agent, we don't know, though. We don't know. We just see it. But then again, they say he's eligible for 5-year extension contract in 2027. And this could be the largest deal in all of NBA history. $359.5 million, bro. This is almost $500 million. This is crazy, though. Man, shout out to Jokic.
It being the expectation for a Paramount season, do they have a Paramount roster? They have as such player in Jokic.
Yeah.
I feel like we sleep on the fact that he averaged 27, 13, and 11. Led the NBA in rebounds and assists. That's wild. But it seems like they're doubling down on that type of production when you look at the roster instead of trying to get him some help. Health is going to be very important for this roster. Also, when you think of Jamal Murray, that was an all-star year, finally, last year. But still, they didn't have enough. And so I'm looking at them, and you're right, DDJ. Minnesota, in some ways, took some risks, but they're trying to take a step forward. San Antonio will absolutely take a step forward. Houston will have a point guard. Hopefully, they'll be a little bit more competitive. A lot of teams in the West are looking desperately to improve, to compete, whereas it seems like this team stayed the same, even though Jokic is just phenomenal.
Well, there's an extra motivating factor for Jokic here, too. This time last year, I feel like we were talking about Jokic, best in the world, nobody's even close. There was a wide gap between him, second and third. After the playoffs, after we saw Wemby do, SGA, and the way they went out in the first round, I'm not sure Jokic has an undisputed claim as the best player in the world anymore, and he's taken notice of that, too. I think he can use this as a time to reestablish that and say, look, I'm better than everybody.
Well, I think it's still aspirational for players like Victor Wembanyama. How old is he, 20 and some change?
22,
right? 22 and some change. Jokic is still that guy. At times, you could just see the season, the expectations, the weight carrying on him. I think SGA still, even like very similar. People sleep on his stats as well. I think it's a little bit more neck and neck.
Right,
He's still that dude, but I do think that there's a distance between where others are trying to go because he is at that mountaintop individually.
Yeah, that's true, man. She has a point. I mean, Jokic, yeah, there's like to say ages on his head. And then again, his health, this he's been good. He's been trying. But then again, we got new heads coming in, rookies they coming with all the smoke, man. They coming with all the smoke, though. Everyone's going to be contending to get at the top, though. But Jokic is Jokic. Jokic is Jokic, though. And how close are the Nuggets to the top of the West, bro? Man, the way he used to be, I don't know, recent. I don't know, though. What y'all think?
And with Denver, obviously, the health of Aaron Gordon and health in general really was an issue that stymied them.
Why is health really an issue for this dude, though? Man, thank you all so much for watching. Like, subscribe, and leave a comment below what y'all think on the opening night. Who you think is going to headline, and how is LeBron's debut going to be like? And I'm going to post more and see you exactly same day tomorrow. And then again, what the fuck did I just say? Same time tomorrow. And I appreciate y'all so much for locking and tuning in with me. Thank you so much. Don't skip the greatness. Peace.